To going live in the mornings, I'm just naturally saying it. Hey, welcome to the show. Afternoon update for weather. What we're looking at right now is a Euro model, but before I go too far, I want to thank our wonderful sponsors, Mission Nutrition, Fit Revolution Nutrition, as well as Refuel Nutrition. Catch them. Fit Revolution today just closed for the day, but they will be back Monday, as well as Mission Nutrition and Refuel. Check their Facebook page or Instagram for local times that they're available during the week and the weekends for your shakes and your energy bombs. Also, Prairie Pro General Contractors, if you need a new roof, siding, or windows, anything in between, they've got you covered. Look at that. I've got my amazing energy. Hang on one second here. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and get to the Sioux Falls 7-day forecast. We're going to take a look at the afternoon heat. We're going to go ahead and get to a lot of weather things. There's a severe thunderstorm warning over in the Utah area, not anything huge right now, but we are expecting some more severe weather expected later into areas of Alabama, as well as Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida here later this afternoon. So we'll kind of do a rundown of what that kind of looks like, as well as next week, or I should say later this week's fun fiasco of weather and the continued flooding threat for areas of Alabama today. So this afternoon in areas of Sioux Falls, thanks for joining everybody. And if you're just joining us, you haven't followed yet, go ahead and do that follow. We are doing daily lives. I know it's been a little rough. Usually I do these at 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time, but been kind of busy with my wife's cupcake business, getting the garden going, getting all kinds of things rolling. But we are expecting, again, some severe weather possible in areas of Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida today, even up into Montana, again, later this afternoon and into the evening. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. There's already some special weather statements over in areas of Georgia. All right, so the thing that I wanted to get to is a 7-day forecast for areas of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We got 92 degrees for this afternoon, 93. We're probably going to approach pretty close to 100 degrees over the next couple of days. But then we do have a wave of shortwave trough coming through Wednesday night, and then Thursday. We may even have that linger into Friday. A lot of capping could be happening. We've got to look at that. There could be some chasing going on for me, storm chasing, live storm chasing in the field. Possibly Thursday. It just depends on how all of this shapes up. I do want to take a look at Aberdeen 7-day forecast. I'm covering Aberdeen, South Dakota. Let's go ahead and bring that up here. It might take a moment for this to pop up. There we go. Hot and muggy. As we get into Tuesday, we'll start to see some of that southerly breeze bringing in the moisture, and that will spark some storms possible Tuesday night into Wednesday for your Aberdeen, South Dakota area. Friday and Saturday, we cool things off as we get that breeze coming out of the northwest. And then as we get into Rapid City, you're looking at mighty fine temperatures. I mean, a little hot for sure, but look at that. Cool down for Wednesday and Thursday. Highs in the 50s. That's going to be awesome. Cool it down a little bit. Give a little bit of a break for that air conditioner. And Friday and Saturday, we'll start warming things back up a little bit, but 30s, 40s for overnight lows, I'll take it. If I was in the Rapid City area, that would be mighty nice. Pierce, South Dakota, a few more days of heat and fire hazard. We got red flag warnings and we got fire weather watches all over South Dakota area. And Wednesday, we do have some chances of, again, those storms. We'll take a look at that radar estimates as well to see how the northern plains and the upper Midwest might end up playing things out. Friday, we start to cool down again. Northwest wind 20 to 24. At least we're going to get a breeze that's out of the northwest and likely give a little bit of a break from that fire danger, fire hazard. Let's go ahead and take a look at the European model and show you kind of what this is expected to look like. If we can put that into play. This is looking at May 14th time frame around 7 p.m. It's a little hard to see, but right in here we do expect some soundings to show likelihood of some storms in the late part of the day in areas of South Dakota. By the time we get to 1 p.m., your mid part of South Dakota, kind of the those that are familiar with that, would be Winter, South Dakota area, and the south central part of South Dakota have some storms that spark up. That's a possibility. We definitely need some rain. And even areas of like Sioux City and over into northwest Iowa are expecting to have that low pressure as we get into the early morning hours of May 15th. So that's kind of iffy right now. Just depends on if that cap is allowed to break. We'll go ahead and get to a little bit further out as we get into early morning hours of the 15th. Again, 1 p.m. Here's a look at 1 p.m., 4 p.m. More of that moisture, kind of that low pressure centered over South Dakota. That's a low pressure, 985 millibars, pretty low pressure there. And that you also do see areas of like over in Michigan having some storms spark in this area. If I could draw that out here for you, you can kind of see it right in this area. That would be around 1 o'clock in the morning based on the Euro model. And then once we get into May 16th, we got that low pressure shifts off over into areas of upper Midwest. Thanks for the follow, Hayden. I appreciate that so much. And then this Tennessee Valley area, we are expected to see around May 17th, things to really start ramping up over in this entire area in the later part of the week, later part of your work week. Let me kind of show you that on the day 4 through 8 outlook here. So that's what they're kind of expecting for the Thursday event. Basically, it'd be day 5. The Thursday event is expected Chicago, Illinois. You'll be under the gun for possible severe weather. And then they don't have it out yet for your day 6. Probability is too low, so for Friday, but I do suspect that they will probably be having some of these areas in the Tennessee Valley, and it'll kind of shift over into this area. Likely to see some more significant severe weather in those areas. That would be my prediction. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other outlooks here. 1 second. Right now, this is today's outlook. You can see that to my right, and that is the slight risk is up in the Montana area, and then we have that marginal risk over in areas of Georgia, Alabama, all spreading across there. Thanks so much for the follow, Lisa. I appreciate it so much. So these are the current outlooks. We do have a tornado warning, it looks like. Really? Where's that tornado warning? Let me go over to, let me get that. Hold on. Severe weather cover.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Okay. These are the alerts. I don't know if that's a PDS. South Carolina? What? Do we seriously have a PDS? I don't think we have a PDS, folks. Looks like we might have a little bit of an issue. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. This is tornado warning. So this is Bullock, Georgia. Let me go back to that. We got live coverage here. Let me make sure that that is correct. So we do have a current tornado warning right now in areas. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All the way over into extreme southern or southeastern part of Georgia. This is a active tornado warning right now. Let me get that pulled up here. Radar indicated. This is Bullock County, Effingham County in southeastern Georgia, Screven County in southeastern Georgia until 3:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 2:31, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Leafield, moving north at 20. Some areas that could be impacted by this would be Sylvania, Newington, Oliver, Captolo, Hunters, Dover, Altman, Egypt, Plantation Air Park, and Halcedone. I can't say that, but a lot of these storms, again, this is in the green area. How's Tampa, Florida looking? Well, Tampa, Florida, right now, you guys are looking mighty fine. Don't see a whole lot going on there. There's some definite showers, but Much of the area of Tampa, Florida, I believe that is outside of the main risk here. Yes. So Tampa, Florida, you're further south. You do not have that risk for the tornado activity down that far south. So you're good. Cindy Lou, thank you so much for the heart me's. I appreciate it. So your risk for Tampa, I mean, some general thunderstorms, nothing real huge. Let me go ahead and put out the overall risk here. You're in that marginal risk, Tampa, Florida. Not expecting a whole lot down in Tampa, Florida area. So we have that outlined there. And again, this is the marginal risk outlined in the darker shade of green. General thunderstorms is the lighter shade of green. And then areas of the risk for slight risk would be this yellow up in areas of Montana. We're looking at even Wyoming's extreme northwestern part of Wyoming. We do have some severe thunderstorms over in areas of Utah as well as Idaho, scrolling across the graphic there. Again, if we do get any additional severe thunderstorm warnings, those will pop up. Just saw a warning pop for Georgia. Yep. Tornado warning is active for Bullock County, Effingham, Georgia, and Screven, Georgia until 2:15 Central Daylight Time. So that'd be 3:15 Eastern Time. So this is a tornado warning over in areas of Georgia. And what I could do is I could kind of take a look here at the base velocity and kind of show you that. It does show kind of some rotation right in here, ever so slight. This is radar indicated tornado warning. When is Montana supposed to get hit? Let me go ahead and take a look at that real quick here for you. But I do want to kind of show some areas that could be impacted by this tornado warning real quick. It's moving 20 to the north, so I'll just kind of do a 20 miles an hour here. So these would be some areas that could be impacted. So these areas, another 8 minutes. White Hill, 37 minutes. Farmdale, Georgia. Galoid. Some of these areas, so mainly rural areas, but still an impact. We do still have that flash flooding going on for some of those areas of Georgia, many of those areas of Georgia as well. Let me go ahead and show you a radar estimated loop for storms that are expected over in areas of Montana. Let me get the slight risks off here. NTX Weather, thank you very much for sharing the live. And thank you so much for the roses. Appreciate it. Alex2413, thank you so much for the follow. All right, so the timing with respect to storms over in Montana area is kind of what we're expecting based on HRRR weather model. Just went through an update, so it's not fully scanned through. So I'm just going to go back to the update that we had here at noon. Let me kind of show you what we're expecting here. Composite reflective. Having a little bit of a struggle picking that up. Doesn't really show a whole lot. Let me see if we're having a little bit of a struggle with that. Bear with me one moment. There we go. Now it's pulling that up a little bit. So like the Billings, Montana area and Great Falls, it's going to be sometime late afternoon. Great Falls, you can see main thing is going to be like wind threat. You know, you could have some 60 plus mile an hour winds in there, maybe some hail. Let me take a look at the vertical or the updraft here, max updraft. Don't see a whole lot around 4 p.m. in the Billings. There is that possibility here. Just south of Billings area, there is some updraft, so there could be some hail southeast of Billings area that would be around 4 or 5 p.m. These are in central time zones, so just be aware. So the main threat is going to be late afternoon, early evening time frame for some of that risk for the hail. We even have the possibility of some more of that hail down in areas of Wyoming, north of Jackson area, right here. A lot of this is a possibility of hail here. I wonder if we do have a risk for tornado activity there. Let's take a look. Yep. So that would be a possibility for tornadoes there as well. They do have that outlined with that 2% risk. How's it going to look tonight in Savannah? Clay, I'll get to that real quick here. Appreciate the question. Right now, you definitely have some things to be concerned about north of Savannah. You got that tornado warning there. Over by Statesboro. If this can regenerate, this does show possibility of some late time storms that could have some possible spin ups after 4 p.m. right in areas of Hinesville. Maybe pull up the graphic for composite reflective and see what time we could end up having things impact Savannah. This is just a radar estimate, so just be mindful of that. All right. Thanks again for the follows. If you're just joining us, be sure to follow if you haven't already. I appreciate that so much. And tap, tap, tap that screen if you're on TikTok. It looks like most of that's going to stay kind of north of Savannah, be late time after 6 o'clock, Savannah. Kind of holds together kind of in the central part, most of that rain, but there could be a few rogue cells that pass after dark in Savannah, Georgia. Again, if you're in this green zone here, definitely want to be mindful and stay weather aware because that is outlined. This is the outlined area for tornado risk. There's also a isolated tornado risk also up in areas of Idaho, near Idaho Falls, Pocatello, and Rexburg, Du Bois area. So just be mindful of that. And these are just wind advisories, and there's lots of red flag warnings going on in areas in North Dakota and South Dakota as well. Live outside of Statesboro. Can you zoom in on the warning? Oh, okay, Baker's Babe. Let me go to a live radar. Right now, this tornado warning is headed toward the north, so it's going to stay outside of Statesboro. Oliver is where this is impacted. This is not a confirmed. Hold on one second.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
This is for Utah. So we do have Box Elder County, Utah, Tooele, Utah. Okay, yep. So it is north of you. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Sorry for the folks that are in Sylvania, Georgia. This tornado, radar indicated tornado, is headed your direction. So take cover now. It's a dangerous storm, and we can take a look at the base velocity, see if there's still some rotation. Yeah, the rotation seems to be right around the areas of Oliver and Stelco, Helsa. I can't say that word, but anyhow, heading towards the north, the center of rotation around 2:05 Central Time, which would be 3:05 Eastern Daylight Time. Again, this is for another 28 minutes. So again, if you're just joining us, be sure to follow. We got active tornado warning in, we don't have confirmation of a touchdown or anything, but we do have radar indicated tornado making its way over right over Oliver, the rotation area. Oliver, thanks for the follow, Diva Longoria. Thanks for the follow, Angela Taylor, 3229. Renee, thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Again, if you're just joining us, be sure to do a follow, and I appreciate the gifts if you're able to. We got a couple of severe weather statements that are going on right near Vidalia. These are 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. Frequent, looks like moving 35 to the north. Most of these storms are moving to the north. Looks like this is a special weather statement up to 40 mile an hour winds. So nothing real huge here, but again, they're going in an environment that lots of moisture in here. Thank you, Deva, for the heart maze. Appreciate it. Let me kind of play it out here again for the HRRR, kind of see. Unfortunately, you guys in Georgia and South Carolina and Florida are going to see lots and lots of rain continue over the next several hours here. It's going to kind of just stay in its same zone that it has been. These are radar estimates right now. And timing, as you can kind of see, it just regenerates over and over and over. At 2% is the tornado risk if you're just joining us. And as you can see, as it gets into tomorrow, 5 a.m., it's still just kind of spinning right over the same area. Let me go ahead and show you that outlook again. The outlook for today, as you can see, slight risk up in areas of Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho. And then we do also have that marginal risk for severe weather down in areas of Alabama, Georgia. Thanks, Angela Taylor. Yes, tornado Statesboro, Georgia. It does not include Statesboro, that tornado warning. Let me kind of show you. It's Sylvania, Newington, Oliver, Capitolo, Hunters, Dover, Altman, Egypt, Plantation, Air Park, and Halcyondale. So those right now is what we have. We don't show that the polygon includes Statesboro. It's just to the east of Statesboro. Bullock County, correct. Thanks, Jerome Anthony, for the follow. Angela Taylor, thank you so much for the lightning bolts and the gifts. I appreciate it so much. Again, these are the risks that we have for today, tomorrow, and day 3. Day 4 is going to, or I apologize, day 5 is going to be including areas of the upper Midwest and maybe the plains. We could end up having some.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
South Carolina, we got, goodness
A
gracious.
new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Let's see what's going on in South Carolina. We got what now? We do not have a PDS. I've got to get that changed, obviously. Let's take a look and see what's going on. I think it's reading the tornado warning as a PDS, folks. So it's not a PDS. Apologize for that. Obviously, testing has to happen, and we do testing, but you can't test things for a live event unless you actually have a live event happening. So we'll have to get that PDS warning figured out. It's not a PDS. It is a tornado warning, and that includes Bullock County, Effingham County, and Scraven County in Georgia. This is the tornado warning right here. This is northeast of Statesboro. Jerome Anthony, yes, you're welcome. All right, so we're going to take a look at the live radar again here. Put this one on here and see if we could take a look at our 3D view of that. Come on, pull up, buddy. There we go. All right, we're going to take a look at this storm right here. It's pretty intense. I don't see anything rotating, not in that view, but let's go see if we can find this here. 1 second. Yeah, right here. And the reason why we can say that it's rotating is got winds, the direction towards the radar and away from the radar. So you're positive miles per hour, and then you're negative, ever so slight. It is a small area of rotation, but we, again, do not have any confirmation that this is on the ground. We just have this indicating radar indicated. So it's still a dangerous storm. We could take a look at the high resolution correlation coefficient. And we don't see a whole lot of, don't see any debris signatures, debris ball, but again, really hard to pick up on that when it's so small. Hi, Jay. Thanks for joining. Yeah, we do have nothing much out that way farms. Yeah, well, it's still devastating to people that have farms. But yeah, where is this? It's Christie K. We're looking at Georgia right now, folks. So if you're in Newington, Georgia, right on top of Oliver right now, the rotation, Stalco, all of these areas, and then Sylvania, Georgia is going to be impacted by this tornado warning. Again, radar indicated. We don't have any confirmation that it's on the ground, but still, it's traveling north at 20 miles an hour. If I can get that to pull up here. Moving north. So at the time that this was issued, at 2:31 Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Leafield, moving north at 20 miles per hour. Yes, very widespread rotation. Very broad. Yep, yep. Right here, we can definitely see a pretty broad area of rotation. Oh, we got a new tornado,
severe thunderstorm
or I'm sorry,
warning
new
has been
severe
issued.
thunderstorm warning. There it is. And that's in Idaho. We're going to kind of stay on this cell here right now. Let me take a look at this one right here. I'm a little worried about this one here near Reidsville. Again, this is Georgia. Let me shut off the outlooks here. We are in that tornado risk. That green was tornado risk. This one right here looks to be more of a wind-driven event right here near Reidsville. Lots and lots of rain, lots of moisture in there. Is Memphis, Tennessee okay? Yep, Memphis, Tennessee, you're going to be out of the woods for this. You're okay. Can you do Jeff Davis? Sophie. Davis. Talking Davis, Georgia? You got lots of flooding going on there because these are going to continue to go over Davis, Georgia area for the next number of hours. I'm doing very well, Jay. Thank you so much. I'm hoping to do some live storm chasing later this week, but not sure how far I'm going to be able to go. Originally, I was thinking that the Plains states, like in my neck of the woods of South Dakota, was going to get things by Wednesday and Thursday, but but now it seems to be shifting more towards upper Midwest. So not sure if I want to be able to travel that far for in my opinion, a highly conditional risk. All right. Yes, Memphis is okay. Your risks for Memphis, you're in general thunderstorms today. Your risk for tomorrow, that would be tomorrow likely going to have possibility of some storms move through your area of Tennessee tomorrow. If I take a look at the HRRR here, Knoxville, Asheville area, Asheville obviously is in North Carolina. It kind of show you what's expected. Your storm cells overnight hours, if everything can push further north, it would be Tennessee area. Wouldn't be until tomorrow. And again, that'd be a marginal risk. Hope that helps you. Walk stars, thunder, and you could have some damaging winds with a marginal risk. You could still have that. You're welcome. Yeah, risk isn't worth the reward for the upcoming chase. I wouldn't waste the money on gas. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Thanks, Jay. I do have some folks that are allowing me to cover their live chases. So What's going to end up happening is eventually I'm going to have this area below me in that scene. I'm going to be future live storm chaser feed. So what I'll end up doing is having their feed come through here, and then I'll be able to do that storm coverage in the studio eventually.
A
Sorry,
new
guys.
severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
That's not a PDS. Again, sorry, folks. I've got to get that PDS warning alert fixed. That Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston, South Carolina. I don't see anything suggesting that there is a tornado warning in Charleston, South Carolina. So I don't know why that's picking that up. Gonna have to figure that out. When you get the Chase motorhome up and running, you're more than welcome to join anytime. Thanks, Jay. I definitely would love to do that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this one again, see if this is, yeah, it's still kind of puttering out. Looks like, oh, we got
A
another
new
one.
severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Where is this? Where is this tornado warning counties? Oh, Charleston, South Carolina. So Scraven, Georgia. So at 1:58, a couple of minutes ago, Charleston, South Carolina, we do have that tornado warning continuing there. Oh, it moved counties. That's why they issued that. So that's still expected to hit Sylvania. This, again, is a radar indicated tornado. Sylvania, Newington, Oliver, Capitolo. So if you're in these areas, you want to make sure that you get into your safe place. Let me see if there's anything else suggesting continued rotation. Again, it doesn't look as defined as it was once was. But still dangerous storm there, folks. Yeah, it looks like I got the just west of Oliver. Thanks so much. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. West of Oliver. Oh, yeah, right here. There it is. It had to go on the high resolution velocity. Right here it is tightening up. Yep. And we still have that as radar indicated, but let's see if I could do a tilt on this to kind of get a better angle. Yeah, there it is. It's a little bit easier to see that. It looks like right here. That's where I see it, right here. Hinesville, Georgia. Yes, I certainly can. All right, Hinesville, Georgia. You are outside of, you're farther south than where this tornado warning is, so you're good there. You are in the risk, the 2% risk for tornado activity. So some of these storms, if they continue to push off to the north and start to get more of an easterly track, Hinesville, you certainly can have some of these storms that could impact you over the late afternoon, early evening hours. The potential is there for some hail, gusty winds, 60 plus mile an hour. So just stay weather aware is the best that I can give you. It's cycling, but traditionally moving the wrong way. I got you. Thank you, Jay. Jerome Anthony, you're welcome. Again, if you're just joining us, please be sure to follow. If you don't typically watch my lives, I am almost always live at 8 a.m. Today was a little bit later in the afternoon. Wanted to wait for some weather models to update. I didn't expect to have tornado warning, honestly, during the live, but still glad that I was able to be on here and alert some people. Four stars, it rained earlier, depending on where you're at. I mean, Georgia, Alabama, those areas are all getting plenty of rain. You guys have that flash flood watch or flood watch all up and down deep south here. Montgomery, Alabama. Birmingham. Pretty much what's happening is these storm cells are just staying in the same area. You're in Wilmington, North Carolina? Yeah, you guys got some crazy weather there too. Lots of rain staying kind of over the same area. So all these flood watches east of Asheville, going to continue to see some of that for the next next couple of days at least. I am in Torrance Pounds. I am in Alabama. Are we just getting rain? Any chance of tornadoes? Alabama, you are under the gun for like the southern part of Alabama. Like you can see it right here. This is all the tornado risk. So if you're in this green zone, definitely stay weather aware. We could kind of show you the possibilities here. Take a look at the HRRR weather model a little bit. There we go. I'm going to go through a little bit of a scan. The best that I can see here is later this afternoon.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, another severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. I'm kind of staying over in Georgia area because that's where. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it so much. You stay safe as well. So Torrance Pounds, the area, Montgomery, Enterprise, Dothan, Eufaula, Columbus. Those areas are expected to be under the gun for possibility of tornadoes. I think this is going to stay mainly in the late afternoon and early evening time frame. So just be mindful of that. So the Columbus area, it looks like could have some significant hail here. I'm surprised they don't have a issuance of a severe thunderstorm warning for some of those areas yet. Let me go ahead and put a different radar perspective here. It's having a little bit of a hard time picking that up. So let me just shut these off here real quick. It looks like these are kind of broad storms. Don't really see a whole lot. Just mainly rain, lots of rain. Mr. Priebster, blowing dust advisory for Hand County. It looks dusty up in Miller, South Dakota. Really? I mean, go ahead and put those alerts on. Thank you, Mr. Priebster. It's a YouTube follower. Appreciate it. Let me go ahead and put these other risks back on. Yeah, the winds are definitely howling all in these areas. This is all under a red flag warning areas of South Dakota and extremely low humidity. And much of this area is going to hopefully get some rain later this week. Look at all those red flag warnings. Goodness. All right, back over here. We still have that tornado warning over to the northeast now of Statesboro, Georgia. You're in Selma, Georgia, are you? Or Selma, Alabama, probably. Yeah, you guys are getting lots of rain in Selma. Let me go ahead and take a look here at your guys' live radar. You guys are getting a lot of rain for there. It looks like you guys are going to continue pretty much all night long in Alabama. Look at these pockets of storms. Wouldn't be a bit surprised in the late afternoon 4 or 5 o'clock. Looks like 20 I-20-59. That connection there. Possibility of some hail storms there. And we don't have any active severe thunderstorm watches or active tornado watches, but we do have that continued tornado warning again over in areas of Georgia. As you can see, number of little cells that, based on this HRRR weather model estimate, a lot of rain that is expected all up along Tuscaloosa, Utah, Utah City in Alabama. It's going to kind of push in the wrong direction for tornado development. So it's quite surprising to see a lot of this tornado activity here. Looks like we could have some redevelopment later this evening. So areas of Georgia that's kind of getting this near Hinesville and Statesboro later this afternoon, early evening hours. Oh, we got another
A
one.
new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Looks like a lot of stuff going on over in Utah area. I want to take a look at this. These are little pockets. Definitely showing a lot of potential, though. These are definitely over area. Look at that, 81 degrees and a 41-degree dew point. Much drier air over here. Trying to see where we have higher dew points. It looks like we got a little bit going on here. This is that latest scan. This looks pretty intense for another trained weather spotters. A gust.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So this looks like a number of counties areas expected there. This is just to the south of Idaho Falls and expected to, this will likely impact areas of Jackson later, late this afternoon. It's really moving super slow. It's only going about 30 miles an hour northeast. Jackson, Wyoming area. And then eventually we're going to have some things sparking up. Oh, it looks like we do finally have things sparking up into areas of Montana. And these will get a little bit more intense as they move along into a northeast track. They'll eventually start moving eastward, impact areas like Billings, Montana a little bit later. Let me kind of give you an outline here from the SPC. This is likely going to be the area that gets impacted later this afternoon into the early evening hours, if that could start progressing. There's not a whole lot of humidity going on with this. A lot of the dew points are relatively low, so I do suspect that these areas here will not have the tornado risk that they once suspected. 1 second here, folks. All right, folks, we do now have a severe thunderstorm watch. It was just issued for, as you can see, so that's confirmation that that's working. At least that's working. We do now have the severe thunderstorm watch for areas of Idaho. Looks like Utah, actually. Yep, Utah. Those are the counties. It expires at 9 p.m. You see if they have that issued. Here it is. Oh, it looks like it's just pretty much this area here. Yeah, they just issued that, and that's until 9 p.m. Okay, so that would be in Central Daylight Time. I'll have to fix that ticker. So it looks like isolate a large hail events to 1.5 inches in diameter possible. Damaging winds and isolated significant gusts to 80 miles an hour possible. These look to be impacting a large metro area. And again, folks, this is an area that is under the gun for possibility of the tornado risk up here as well. So all these areas in Idaho, Utah, they are under the gun for that severe thunderstorm watch. Thanks for joining, everybody. I am going to let you guys go. This tornado warning continues here, and I believe it's about to expire. I don't think they're going to keep it going here. Let me just take a look at this. Yep, the storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer appears capable of producing a tornado. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement. All right.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Okay, that is not, just be aware, that is not a new active tornado warning. Let me just double check here. I believe, I want to make sure. Hold on, folks. I want to make sure that my ticker and alert information is working properly here. Let's make sure. I believe that's just issuing a update to it. I want to stay on because this, I mean, it shows rotation, but it says that it's allowed to expire. So let's take a look here.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been
got
issued.
65 mile an hour winds for Utah. That's out of the source, National Weather Service, Salt Lake City, Utah. Again, we're basically on live right now to just make sure that all of our information is working properly. So we are expecting to do some live storm chasing later this week. Live storm chasing in the field. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these, see if they're gusts to 61 miles per hour have been observed. It's crazy. Yep, okay, they did allow this one to expire. So since there's no longer a tornado warning, I am going to let you all go. I got to go take care of my kiddos, but I will be live tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time. We'll be coming back, and hopefully we'll have a better idea of what exactly is expected to happen for later in the week with the severe weather for the Midwest and also for areas of the plains, because I am eager to go chasing in the field. That's for sure. I know we got a lot of severe weather season left to go. But I'm very eager to get out in the field and do what I love to do, and that's alert people live in the field of severe weather. You guys stay safe and God bless, and thanks for so much for joining. I appreciate it, and we'll be back